around 5 o'clock. All of them coming down to the wire, and now we get to the big boys. And we're starting out, as you said right before we came on, with two of the bigger boys, Zack Shrewsberry at 1-1 against Chandler Carver at 2-0, both over 200 pounds.
Yeah, starting off with the big guns here. That'll throw some excitement in this thing right off the jump. And excited and interested to see what type of technical skills all these adults have after watching the youth and how well they perform.
Yeah, again, those matches, 4 of them came down to a decision. We had 2 TKOs in the process, and now we get set for the ones that have gone professional. And we have Zack Shrewsberry, who will be fighting out of the red corner in the red trunks. And we have Chandler Carver in the blue corner fighting with the white trunks on. Now, again, we're going to see how long these rounds will last. We've been told a couple different things. We got told 3 2-minute rounds. We got 3 4-minute rounds. We have one that has agreed to do 3 1-minute rounds. But we'll time it here at the beginning. That way we have a better understanding of how deep into each round we will go. But it will be 3 rounds nonetheless, the maximum for all of these fights.
Yeah, and we've got big Zack Shrewsberry weighing in at 220 pounds and Chandler Carver coming in at 205. Zack is 1-1. Chandler is 2-0. So both of these men have the same ring experience, and they look to be sized up pretty well.
So this ought to be a fascinating way to start things out. Again, we had 3 matches that dropped out, which was Adam Morgan against Tyler Holmes. We also had Cameron Dickens and Connor Rogers drop out, and Tucker Lambert and James White. As we get set now, ready to go for our first professional fight of the evening, and it starts out in another flurry between both sides.
And Chandler Carver in a southpaw. It's the first southpaw we've seen tonight. Let's see how Zack can acclimate to that.
Carver landing a couple of tough shots right from the get-go here. Shrewsberry able to withstand it. You see Carver going more to the jab, right into the body with a left hand. We saw how bad those body shots affected a couple of boxers in our amateur bouts. So you'll see more of that here in the professional fights.
Yeah. Carver seems a little more active here. Zack being reserved with your traditional stance. He's in the red gloves, red shorts. Kind of feeling out Carver still, it seems.
Playing a little bit more of the long game perhaps as well, as that was a good left hand a moment ago by Carver.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's definitely landed the majority of these blows so far. We get a tie up, good separation by the official. As Carver looks to go back to work. Attacks with a right hand, now another right hand.
Yeah, Carver looks pretty poised and relaxed. He's got a good stance. He's moving light on his feet, and he's leading with that. He's that southpaw we're talking about, leading with that right hand, throwing a jab and a hook. And there's a straight left.
He's kind of sneaky with that left hand, too.
Mm-hmm. Looks pretty good. We'd like to see some more action here out of Zack whenever he chooses to. There he goes.
And Shrewsberry comes in that time with a hard right. You see more tie-ups out of the professionals, too, again, knowing when to try and regroup. Oh, and there's a nice right hand by Shrewsberry.
Carver shrugs it off with a look.
Now here comes Shrewsberry trying to attack, but it gets Carver. Carver caught him with the right hand.
Beautiful straight right by Zack Shrewsberry as well.
And there we are with round 1. So 2-minute rounds, it appears, is what we'll have.
Correct. 2 minutes on.
It did seem as if Carver got the better of that first round.
I would agree. He was more active. Like I said, he's light on his feet. He looks good. Zack Shrewsberry, I'm just looking at him, waiting for him to let loose. And he did towards the end of the round there. He threw a solid straight right hand, popped Carver with it. Whenever Carver did get hit, it looked like he chewed those punches off and shrugged them off and gave Zack a look and went back at it. And we also see Carver not choosing to take a seat. He's standing. He's saying he's not tired.
Yeah, we talked about that in the amateur bouts if you were with us earlier. Again, maybe that's an intimidation move a little bit, show that, hey, I'm good to go as long as I need to go out here.
Yeah. Again, like we were saying, whenever you're sitting down and your opponent's just standing up willy-nilly ready to roll, it makes you think a little bit. It gets you off your A game. But, yeah, Carver's still popping around on his feet, hasn't had a seat yet, ready to go into the second round.
We'll see if Shrewsberry elects to be a little bit more active here at the start of the second round. And we saw him really start to go on the attack near the end of the first round. There he comes in with a right hand, another right hand, trying to back Carver up now. Carver able to switch into the middle of the ring once again before they get separated.
Yeah, Zack, I'm starting to notice he's fighting from the clinch a little bit. So not only do you need to worry about him at range whenever he gets in close, you can't put maximum leverage on those punches, but they're sneaky and they can get in there.
He gets a nice little right hand in, back Carver up against the ropes. You can see Carver just kind of smiling after a lot of these exchanges. He comes in with a left hand, once again a tie up. Oh, Shrewsberry tries to sneak a right hand in.
Yeah, Zack got 1-2 on him. So smiling is one thing, but it'll get old if you keep getting popped.
They reset once again. Left hand by Carver. Tries to come in with a right. Once again, we get tied up. Now you see Shrewsberry going on the attack. Carver able to fight it off with a left hand.
Yeah, Carver was backed in the ropes for a minute and threw a few hard punches as as Zack pushes forward.
Now there's an overhand right from Carver. They get separated once again. Carver trying to come in with that right hand to set up that left hand if he can. There it is right there.
Yep, Carver seems to be having some success with landing the poised, controlled shots, and then Zack seems to be scoring when they get into tussles and they're locked up. That's when Zack seems to be a little dangerous. So Carver should watch that.
Now there's another left hand from Carver. Shrewsberry tries to come back with a right, and this is on it, but now connects a little on the side.
Ooh, uppercut landed by Carver.
It was a good uppercut right there. There's another one as he sneaks it in. We head into the final seconds of round 2. Again, strong round from Carver, although Shrewsberry a lot more active in that round.
Yeah, nice round, good matchup, and they've definitely got different styles. Like I'm saying, Carver, he's pretty smooth for a big guy. Staying pretty poised, although getting popped a few times by big Zack Shrewsberry. He shrugs it off. Zack continues to push forward, violent and tussles and short punches. Chandler backs up and tries to throw some collected combos.
Now, is it harder whenever a boxer is coming at you with their less dominant hand, because you're obviously looking for that left from Carver, but that definitely appears to be his dominant hand, but is it harder to try and set things up whenever they're coming at you with that jab from the opposite hand?
Yeah, it's you're not used to that. Typically people are right-handed, so you're fighting traditional orthodox folks and training and even guys holding the mitts for you. That's just how you're used to opposing people and standing with them. And then you get, a left-handed fighter, a southpaw, and it changes the whole game up. The kryptonite of a southpaw is a straight right hand. So if you're a big Zack Shrewsberry, you'd be looking to land home a straight right, is what his corner man, I would imagine, would be telling him.
And Carver comes out strong to start the round, but now here comes Shrewsberry. And Carver just able to stay low. He's been able to find some success once he gets into the body of Shrewsberry, and here it is again.
Looks like Carver's decided he needs to choose to do some work. There's a straight right hand by Zack Shrewsberry.
He does. He's got a hard right hand whenever it connects. That time he was able to hurt Carver a little bit. Now the two start to dance here in the middle of the ring, backing him up with a right. That time it's Carver.
Shrewsberry starting to breathe through his mouth. Oh, he eats one in the clinch.
Again, those are the tough ones right there whenever you're kind of tied up close range because you don't see it coming. There's a tough left right there, kind of wobbled Shrewsberry a little into the ropes.
And now it's Carver fighting out of the clinch, delivering punches in the clinch and out of it. Shrewsberry seeming to become more and more fatigued here.
He got an uppercut in on him there, grazed him with it. Yeah, it definitely appears Shrewsberry starting to wear down here in the late stages. Tries to come in here. He's trying to get close enough, see if he can deliver a strong right, but Carver just so sneaky with that right hand every time.
Yeah, Carver's doing a pretty good job of throwing, and clinching. And then I think he found out early in the fight how Shrewsberry's not that fun to clinch with.
There's a nice left by Carver. He was able to get it in on the jaw of Shrewsberry. Again, closing down here in round number 3. Another right hand from Carver. And backs him into the corner here. There's a right hand from Shrewsberry.
Ooh, Shrewsbury's landing cool. Carver needs to be careful. Put his hands up.
Again, final 10 seconds here. Shrewsbury trying to come with everything he's got, and that'll wrap it up in a tough 3-rounder between Carver and Shrewsbury. It would appear to me that Carver had the upper hand there on the cards and on the score sheets.
I would agree. I think Carver, was throwing more sound punches. He was staying a little busier. His conditioning seems to be superior to Shrewsbury, and was a little more of a collective fighter. So I would lean towards Chandler Carver here.
And again, a nice way to start out our professional bouts here this evening. Fight 1 of 10 here tonight from the Baileysville Community Center. Let's both get their gloves removed right now before they'll head to the center circle and get the scores from the judges.
Nice to see an action-packed big guys right off the bat, huh?
Oh, yeah, and I said we're going to have different weight divisions coming your way. Next, it'll be Hansel Bledsoe against John Hendricks in the 150-pound division.
Yeah, we'll see the punch counts go up. Also exciting. There's nothing like watching two big men go down.
Oh, yeah. So I said you get two athletic big guys out there going at it, throwing blows. I said it's absolutely some of the best athleticism you can see.
Yeah, and just dangerous hands, big, strong guys. And even though, like Carver, seemingly up on points, doing well, getting 10-9 rounds, but you cannot count out a big man that can throw a hard hand, because that could just end everything.
It is. That's what we talked about in one of the amateur bouts with a hard right-handed thrower. All it takes is one good connection and it's over.
Yep. That's it. That's why you got to keep those hands up and stay moving. And they've both done a good job of that. And here we come for the decision.
Let's listen in now to the decision. And Carver takes it on decision on a unanimous call by all 3 judges, and he'll stay undefeated at 3-0 in his professional career. Shrewsbury will move to 1-2, but a good showing by both sides here tonight.
Yeah. Whenever you you go back to the drawing board and want to continue fighting, so you look at your previous fight, and you want to improve upon that. So